Hello, welcome to Tea Time with Katie. I have here my guest, Tiffany Dunn, and
Hello.
yep. So Tiffany, how long have you lived in Alaska?
We moved here in July of 1975.
That's delightful. How many years is that?
Good God. This is a math class. 35, 36 years.
And what regions in the state have you been to?
I have not been to Southwest Alaska or Southeast Alaska. I've been in the Anchorage area, down towards Homer, of course down to Valdez, up to Fairbanks, and even up to the North Slope.
I love the North Slope. It's so pretty down there.
Down there?
Up there. What's the worst part about being a long-time Alaskan?
About being a long-time Alaskan? I don't know if there's a worse part. Maybe the fact that you know everybody and there's only 1 degree of separation in this town.
What? 1 degree? What does that mean?
That means that if I meet someone new, pretty good chances we're going to know at least one person in common.
Interesting. Now, what's the best part of living in Alaska long-term?
It's beautiful. It's not nearly as hectic or crowded as being outside.
It is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Now, if you could have a dinner and invite 3 famous Alaskans, who would you bring?
Well, you know, one would have to come back from the dead. I think having dinner with Ted Stevens would be kind of interesting because of all that he did for Alaska and to kind of find out why. Joel might be kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know, growing up in Homer and making it big in the music world. Maybe another artist, famous Alaska artist. Somebody else. How they depict Alaska in their work.
Yeah. How do you think the oil wealth has changed Alaska?
Well, I wasn't here before the oil wealth because we moved up here in the middle of the big pipeline boom in the 70s. So, but I think it's brought a lot of prosperity to Alaska, more so than other states have.
Is that a good thing?
I think it is.
It's good. Mm-hmm. What are the 2 other ways Alaskan society has changed over the years?
2 ways Alaska society has changed over the years.
Yep.
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, it's just, we get bigger and bigger, but I think that ultimately people stay friendly.
That's a good answer.
Not really.
No.
Okay.
How often do you get to see the real Alaska?
I don't get to go outside of the traveled roads very often.
Well, maybe you should go take a hike.
Well, but what I mean is like, flying out to a bush community or to a lake or something like that, getting away from where you can drive to it and walk the path. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to do more of that, but haven't had the opportunity.
How do you like the no sales taxes in Anchorage?
As a homeowner, you kind of say, you're picking up the slack for everybody else, but when you don't own a home, it's kind of nice not to have the sales tax.
It is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't own a home.
See?
Maybe
Sounds good for you.
Yeah. How do you feel about Sarah Palin and the way the rest of the U.S. sees us now that she's been kind of named the stereotype of Alaska?
I think it's pretty unfortunate, actually, that most of Alaska sees us through the eyes of Sarah Palin, or the most of the world sees Alaska through the eyes of Sarah Palin.
Can you see Russia from your house?
On a clear day.
Good answer. Are there any fun stories about growing up in Anchorage or Alaska?
I don't know about fun stories, or not that I could share with you, but, it's remembering things like when Tudor Road got paved into 4 lanes, or Clatt Road when it was still a dirt road in the middle of nowhere and none of the houses were back there. Just seeing the changes and the things like that over the years has been interesting, but it still has a small town feel.
How do you deal with, or have you had to deal with friends moving out of the state?
I have. A lot of my friends have left. All my family has left.
How does that make you feel?
Miss them. Sad. But I choose to stay because this is where my kids are and this is where their life is. Oh, I see you.
What would you change about Alaska?
What would I change? I would change the ability to get in and out of it a little easier. So it's not so expensive to fly in and out, so that it's easier to go places in a car.
Yeah, airline prices do suck.
Mm-hmm.
But, JetBlue, woo, they're cheap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you could live anywhere in Alaska, where would it be?
It would still have to be a city. It would have to be either Anchorage or Fairbanks. Even Fairbanks feels a little small, so I think I'm pretty happy where I'm at. I couldn't do too rural.
We have an Olive Garden now, so we're evolving.
Exactly.
Okay, well, if you were chosen as a guest speaker in an Alaska Studies class, what would you select as the 3 most important lessons of our history since statehood?
3 most important lessons of our history?
Mm-hmm.
Can we pause this?
No.
Yes.